Alright everyone, Cowboy Trades here. Welcome back to the channel for another update on This Week in Crypto, the news series where we discuss everything going on in these markets in 5 minutes or less. Now, before we dive into the new week, talking about the new economic data that we've got coming out, talking about the news events which you need to keep your eyes on, let's discuss some news events that happened over the weekend which you may have missed, starting off with the SEC chairman Gary Gensler, who just came out and confirmed that everything other than Bitcoin is an unregistered security. We also had the United States Treasury Secretary coming out saying that they have no intention to ban Bitcoin and crypto, which we know means that of course they can't ban Bitcoin, but what they can do is they can ban and heavily regulate the altcoin market. Now, moving on to Monday, we don't really have any key economic data, so what I want to do is let you know my price targets for this week to keep your eyes on for both Bitcoin and the S&P 500. For Bitcoin, the 200-week moving average is where we've just been rejected from, so if you are a bull, you really want to see us close above 25,200. If we get rejected, it's looking like we're going to move all the way down to this key macro trend line, which we've recently had a throw over from. So 20,000 is also a price target that you need to keep your eyes on to the downside. Until we have a significant break of one of these levels, expect a lot of chop and up and down price movement with not a lot of macro direction being made. The S&P 500, there's really only one price target that you need to keep your eyes on, and this is the 4,000 flat line. Now, we've recently had a throw over from this macro trend line, and we've recently broken back down to the downside of it. Now, this week coming into the S&P 500, if we get rejected from 4,000 and we continue to move down, this is going to solidify new bear market lows coming into fruition. However, if we manage to flip this 4,000 line, this may be an indicator that a reversal of trend is happening. I personally think that we are going to lose this 4,000 line and we're going to continue moving back down lower. Now, coming into Tuesday, we've got an extremely important market event happening. That is the US CB consumer confidence. I personally think that consumer confidence over the next month or two is going to come in lower than the markets are expecting, meaning consumer confidence is going to drop. And with consumer confidence heading up in the past few months, I think everything we're seeing in the markets is lining up with consumer confidence coming to come back down to the downside and drag the equity markets back down with it. Of course, I will let you know how the consumer confidence comes out over on my Twitter at 618_cowboy, so be sure to follow me over here. Coming into Wednesday and Thursday, I don't think these are particularly important market events. Investing.com believes these are of high importance. However, I don't believe these will sway the markets too much. However, if anything completely outlandish happens with this economic data, I will update it over on my Twitter. But in terms of Wednesday, we have the US ISM manufacturing PMI index coming out. Like I said, I don't think this is going to have a significant impact on the market. And over on Thursday as well, we have US initial jobless claims, which may provide some insight of how the markets will be moving for the rest of the week. But like I said, I don't think this will provide too much of a bounce either way in the market. So if anything crazy happens for these economic data events, I will update over on my Twitter. Other than that though, what happens on Tuesday with consumer confidence is, in my opinion, going to be one of the most important events. Now, coming into Friday, we don't particularly have anything in the economic calendar of much significance, but what we do have is we are going to be wrapping up Q4 earnings season. Friday is the last day of earnings season for Q4, and if we do come over to the S&P 500 P/E ratio, basically the price of the S&P 500 divided by its earnings ratio, you can see that in Q3 we wrapped up earnings season coming in down from the previous quarter, down 21.97%. And I do also believe, looking at how earnings season performed this quarter, it's looking like the S&P 500 price to earnings ratio for Q4 is going to come in lower than Q3 did, which is obviously bearish for the markets. Now, like I said, in terms of what happens this week, the price targets are what to keep your eyes on. The consumer confidence is also very important to keep your eyes on. And coming into Friday, wrapping up earnings season, this is going to be the 3 major events which you need to keep your eyes on. And just one more extra, we have 4 Fed speakers talking this week on Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. I personally really want to see what Fed Wallace says on Thursday, potentially Fed Logan, but really I want to see what Wallace says because he is supposedly one of the people who's looking at the 50 basis point increase. So for all of these events, I'll post how the economic data comes out and affects the markets over on my Twitter at 618_cowboy. But for today, my friends, that is all I've got. As always, if you enjoy my content, let me know down below by leaving a like and a comment, share the videos with your friends, and be sure to follow me over on Twitter to see how these economic data come out and how they affect the market. For today, that's all I've got. It's been your boy Cowboy Trades. I'm out. Peace.